The very special guest, Jessica Anderson, the Executive Director of Heritage Action for America, and our sponsor for tonight's special is joining us. Jessica, it's great to have you back on the show.
Thanks for having me, John.
It's an honor. We've just heard from governors, lieutenant governors, senators, secretaries of state. They've all laid out the goal of trying to keep elections local, just like our founding fathers intended. Where does this debate over election integrity and control of elections go next?
Well, as we saw from tonight's program, the cry from the grassroots has never been more clear. We have to continue to block any federal overreach of our election systems, which means we have to preserve the filibuster and make sure that S1, the Corrupt Politicians Act, can never pass. And then we have to work diligently, state by state, to tackle these state-based election integrity reforms, making sure states have voter ID, that they can clean up election laws, that election day poll workers have complete and total access within the ballot and chain of custody. All of these reforms and more, I think, will be front of center with these state legislative chambers as they go back into session this spring.
Yeah, that's one of the big opportunities. All the lawmakers in these states are getting back to work. A lot of times people say, what's the difference? No one in Washington ever listens to me. But the truth of the matter is grassroots activity have a profound effect. We saw it in Georgia last year with the election integrity work you did. Explain to our viewers why the grassroots still has an effect even in the 21st century.
The grassroots voice has never been stronger, more strategic, and more needed than this time, John. The truth of the matter is the reason we have not had a federal overreach of our election system is because of the grassroots. It's because they called Senator Manchin, Senator Sinema, and urged them to vote no. It's because they've shown up in town halls. They've shown up at state committee hearings. They've written letters. They've made these calls to state lawmakers to support bills like the Georgia bill, like Florida, like Texas, like Arizona. And so we need grassroots. We need them more than ever. They can get involved by texting elections to 51776. We are going to have more than enough work to do this coming year. And frankly, John, we need the help.
Yeah, it is. There is strength in numbers. And that's one of the things that the last year has shown, particularly on election integrity. We got about a minute and a half left. I just want to ask you this, Jessica. What should we be watching for? Obviously, state legislatures are one key battleground. The courts also seem to have been helpful in recent months. Where do you think the big events in election integrity are going to occur in 2022?
Three areas. One, keep an eye on these state reforms moving through general assemblies and state legislators across the country. What are governors asking to get on their desk in terms of voter integrity and securing the elections? Second, keep an eye on litigation as it moves through significant states like Pennsylvania and Michigan and Wisconsin, and some key battle initiatives that are also forming, which will help fortify the litigation efforts. And then three, get involved as an election day, an election early voting poll worker and poll watcher. We need the help, and we need to build that capacity in our ground game around election day operations. Those three things, John. Those
are pretty smart messages. I was struck by Lieutenant Governor Sears, who said that very thing. If you want to make a difference, join the election integrity team. You can do it right on the front lines. Jessica, it's always a pleasure to talk to you. Thank you so much for your time tonight and also for the partnership on this great program.
Thanks, John, and thanks for a great program.
We had a lot of fun today. All right, folks, if you want to get involved, let me give you that number one more time.